Good evening. First, tonight we are beginning with all of the angles here. So many questions as this continues to affect thousands across all of Metro Atlanta. Good evening and thank you for being with us. I'm Jennifer Bellamy.
And I'm Jonathan Martin. In tonight for Faith Jesse, and a shelter-in-place advisory we understand remains in effect right now for Rockdale County. Tonight, plumes of smoke are still visible. You can see it right here. The EPA has confirmed chlorine is in the air in Rockdale County, but they have not said what other chemicals could also be involved. The fire that sparked all of this is out, but crews, they say, are monitoring hot spots. Right now, we want to give you a closer look at the evacuation zone with this map. We do know there were 17,000 in this area, but there's no word yet on how many have left the area tonight.
And we have another vantage point showing you what the area looks like right now. In other areas of Metro Atlanta, DeKalb and Gwinnett County, schools have canceled all outdoor activities. In Atlanta, crews detected what they are calling a small faint amount of chlorine that is now clearing out.
We do have live team coverage for you tonight, breaking down what we know right now and even the history of problems and issues at fires at Biolab. We start our team coverage tonight with our Molly Oak live for us. Molly.
Yeah, you know, guys, as we've been driving around Rockdale County, along with some haziness in the air every once in a while, we've also noticed law enforcement blocking off certain streets. That's because the evacuation orders and shelter-in-place orders are still in place for parts of Rockdale County. But first, we want you to take a look at your screen. This is video I just got from the county with a closer look at what's left of the Biolab building. Now, the county's fire chief says the fire started just before 5:20 a.m. yesterday and then rekindled at 12:30 p.m. that same day. She says while they were fighting the fire and removing debris, the roof and several interior walls started to collapse. The EPA advisor says the EPA is currently monitoring air quality out at the site of the fire, in the current evacuation zone, and also beyond that area as well. He says the latest report shows there are no concentrations of chemicals of concern, and while the smoke and haze can continue to be seen throughout the county, the fire chief says that fire is out.
As we come into today, I want to reiterate there have been reports of a fire. There has not been an active fire at the site since yesterday when it was contained at 4 o'clock. However, today what we have been doing is working through the debris with bulldozers, moving the debris so we can get to the product.
Now, county officials tell me that they're expected to get another update in a couple of hours. If there is a presser with that update, we'll bring it to you live on air and on 11 Alive Plus. Reporting live in Conyers, Molly Oak, 11 Alive News.
Molly, thank you so much. Well, between reports from Federal and Rockdale County, we have counted at least 3 fires at Biolab in Conyers in the last 2 decades. That includes the fire from this past weekend. But the records show the safety concerns extend far beyond those incidents. 11 Alive's Grace King is digging through the safety records from the Environmental Protection Agency's Chemical Records Board, OSHA, and more. Grace, what have you learned? I understand there have been quite a few violations.
Right, the records I found show a pattern of safety violations, like exposure to toxic chemicals and a lack of safety precautions and training. The neighbors nearby the facility tell me something with that safety history doesn't belong in Conyers.
We were moved out of there pretty quick.
In 2004, a massive fire at the Biolab plant in Conyers prompted road closures, evacuations, and safety concerns.
A shift in wind may cause trouble for DeKalb County.
Rockdale County has reported several fires since.
One time, okay, we get it.
Right.
But the second, third time, at what point do the officials say, wait, we have a problem for our community here?
Andre and Cherie Kellogg live about 6 miles from the Biolab plant. We spoke with them virtually about their concerns as they shelter in place.
This is a problem. We have a pool, and if we open our bucket with chlorine tablets in it,
Yes.
it can take your breath away.
100%.
Records show the safety problems extend to workers, too. In the last 20 years, OSHA cited Biolab 18 times for violating federal safety standards.
Why would our local officials be okay with that type of a scorecard? None of us can go to our regular full-time jobs and have multiple offenses and still have a job.
That is correct.
It's not okay.
In one instance, a chemical production operator received burns to the hand and thigh from sodium hydroxide. Another incident exposed employees to chemicals such as pool sanitizer and chlorinating tablets in 2017. The week before, an employee lost 2 fingers when they got caught in the machinery. The Kellogg's say that's unacceptable.
We have to decide what's good and what's best. looking at the current situation, if it doesn't turn around, people are going to have to leave the county.
Yes.
And in a statement this morning, Kit Consumer Products said its top priority is ensuring the community's safety. It owns Biolab, but did not respond to any of my questions about the Kellogg's concerns or their safety history. Live in East Atlanta, Grace King, 11 Alive News.
All right, Grace, thank you so much. A strong chlorine smell and dense fog in multiple counties around Metro Atlanta. Several 11 Alive viewers called in, wrote to our newsroom asking if they should be concerned. Maybe you woke up to it as well. Our Karis Belger spoke with Gwinnett County officials about all of this. So, Karis, what did you learn from Gwinnett County?
Well, the EPA and Gwinnett County fire officials both say there is nothing in the air to indicate any serious potential health risks to people in Gwinnett County. But of course, we heard from some viewers, and the people I spoke with say they're still worried if perhaps the wind should shift. This thick fog is the first thing Kim Ostrenko saw when she woke up this morning. But that's not the only thing she noticed.
I stepped outside with my dog to walk her, and I smelled immediately of, I don't know how to describe it, kind of a chlorine-y, rubbery burning smell.
Both were a result of the chemical fire at the Biolab facility in nearby Rockdale County Sunday. This weather map shows the movement of the smoke around 10 o'clock Monday over Gwinnett County. In a press conference Monday, Gwinnett County officials said things moved out of the area by early afternoon, but Kim remains skeptical.
If the wind shifts again, I guess I have to turn off the air again. Is it safe to turn it on now? Is it still in micro amounts? I just don't know what to do.
It's something Gwinnett County Fire says they've been watching since yesterday.
We do have a hazardous material team who went out and did their own monitoring throughout the county and found no areas of concern.
But they say they will continue to watch weather patterns, including the wind, if that changes.
I know it's probably going to take a very long time for them to figure out exactly what they are and how hazardous they actually are to human and pet health.
Now, the emergency response manager for the EPA also indicated that for groups with any sort of serious health challenges, sensitive groups is what he called them, there is nothing to indicate any serious concerns either. However, if anyone starts to experience any sort of breathing problems, other symptoms like sensitivity in the eyes, they should seek some sort of medical care just to be safe. In Gwinnett County, I'm Karis Belger, 11 Alive News.
Karis, thanks so much. And we are constantly working to get the latest updates tonight on this developing story. We will send you everything that we know with a link. Just text the word chemical fire, those two words, chemical fire, to 404-885-7600. We'll send the information right to your phone.